Hey everybody, welcome back to coverage of the San Francisco Open. This is round 2. I'm AJ Risley and I'm here with Nate Perkins. Nate, how we doing?
Doing phenomenal. We got Paul McBeth again.
Oof.
We got KJ, Kevin Jones.
KJ USA.
Adam Hammies. Austin Hannum. We have another amazing card with some athletes. Hole 1, 668. You got OB right. You got OB cart path on the left. But really these players are looking pretty far down the fairway.
Yeah. Just trying to bomb it. We might even see some guys cut the corner over these bushes on the right side. It seemed like that's what a few of them were doing yesterday, with something overstable at the end. Let's see what McBeth has lined up here.
Yeah, we saw him play pretty conservative off the tee during round 1. This looks...
That's attack.
Yeah, he's definitely cutting over the corner. His disc was over OB almost the entire flight.
Nice. That's right up there. At least 450. So within 200, 250 for the approach.
Kevin has definitely become one of my favorite players to watch.
Likewise. Yeah. Oh man. He's just commits to every one of those huge power distance shots. It's awesome. This guy can commit too. Adam Hammies out of Wisconsin. Looking for more
looks
turn.
Like a mistake. That needs a turn. Looks like that's hyzering out of bounds.
It might sit.
Looks like it did find the OB. Austin Hannum from Oklahoma. Also joining Team Discraft this year.
Yeah.
Needs to get down.
Okay.
It's stuck.
And it did, right out there in the middle. That'll work. Austin has one of the most powerful sidearms on tour.
And the way that he approaches it too, it's just
it's
just kind of the one step, like smooth, He doesn't hop.
No, not at all, but just bombs it. And that one, I mean, he bombed it right past the basket and almost went in for eagle.
Yeah, he was a pitcher, high school and college.
That'll help with the sidearm.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if you told me Adam Hammies was a pitcher too.
Yeah,
he's got a pretty good forehand as well.
Indeed.
That one though hits one of the early trees guarding the green. Kevin Jones going with the turnover putter,
which he is so good at.
And you can hear the crowd or caddies kind of reacting. That thing, he almost tossed it in too.
Yeah, gave it a bid.
And Paul McBeth with the zone. I mean, we're a few months into this season, but this has become one of his trademarks already.
Yeah.
He's only been with Discraft for 5 or 6 months, but those zone approach shots they're going to be written down in the textbooks of disc golf.
Yeah, he's putting them close. Everyone kind of knows
Hannum.
Wow. Back into the wind.
Just outside the circle too, for sure.
And just look at the way that Kevin lines these up. Takes almost no time at all, gets into position. That's one more pump, 2 more pumps than we're normally used to seeing right there. Normally it's just a one and done.
Yeah,
he's focusing with this wind. He's got this uphill left to right headwind.
So was the extra pump
little right
side? Was that
side
his downfall, or was it this flag? Yes.
Probably just that ripping wind. And it looks like he's like kind of switching it up into like more of a stab spin putt right there.
Yes.
I've noticed he's been doing that a little bit.
Yeah, he mentioned that to me last week when we were down in Oceanside, and he said he's been working with the spin putt again a little bit just to battle some of the wind.
His putt's been so good, though. I can't imagine what's going on in his head to want to switch up to that stagger spin.
Birdies. That's usually what's going on in his head.
Yeah.
McBeth and Hannum, though, they've got birdies on the brain as well. Moving to 9 down. And here we go into hole 2, 370 feet. OB all along that right side. You got to get over the wall on the left. elevated basket, elevated green, really, up on that slope. This is an interesting one, too, with a very, very strong tailwind. So our players are going to try to get past those 2 little pine trees right there.
Yeah, you really want to hang it wide if you're trying to pin it, but that OB kind of causes the players to hyzer out early.
Right.
This
yeah,
is
you can see
wide
McBeth.
enough.
Yeah, he's...
And if you hit the bottom of that hill like Paul just did, it tends to filter down toward that OB.
It looks alright, bro.
That's a good looking play. KJ
Roll down the
agrees.
hill.
Oh, that's what you want right there.
And you hear Kevin cheering it on. He honestly, dude, one of my favorite players to play with. The way he gets so excited about the shots, other players' shots, and he just pumps everyone up, doesn't he?
Right, he does, and he's a really good player who also throws really good shots. So
He gets
if
pumped
he's
up
saying
about
something good about your shot, then you know that you probably executed your shot well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He's just got that high energy level.
This looks great.
That looks great. I got a little bit of movement.
Right past the trees, right on the green. Yeah, we're gonna have some interesting putts here.
Is that? I don't even think that's makeable. I don't even see him looking at the chains right now. It looks like he's looking at the chains.
I mean, he
gave it a run.
He definitely ran that.
Yeah.
A tough one though.
Kevin going with that stagger spin again. Oh wow! Looked like he hit that one pretty good. Maybe a little left of the pole, just didn't stick.
I'm sure when it left his hand, it was right where he wanted. But that crosswind from the right to left. Great putt by Hammis. He played the wind right. That crosswind from right to left is just picking the discs up if they have any hint of hyzer.
Yeah, so Adam threw it flat enough, you're saying?
I think so. Or
Okay.
he aimed a little low right and the wind, just to counteract the wind.
It's also a good putt from Austin in that right to left wind.
No matter what you're doing, whenever it's windy like this on open greens, if you have a strong putt that's very committed and has a lot of power, it's going to fight through the wind, and I think that was the key to success for both of the H guys here, Hannum and Hammis. AH too, yeah. Strong putts into the wind. Okay. Here we go, hole 3. 4-4-1.
Ripping
Downhill,
tailwind.
Ripping tailwind. Oh my gosh.
Would you say it makes this hole easier or harder with that much tail? Easier for the forehand, harder for the backhand?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
And so I think we're probably going to see 4 forehands right here.
I hope we do, because I really just want these guys to play well. I want them to all to succeed, so I hope they all throw forehands.
Oh no,
man.
a little slip on the tee pad.
And that's
Did
a bummer
that
too
cut
for Austin.
roll out of bounds.
Jeez.
Oh
Yeah,
no, I
he doesn't-
think it did.
That's just worst case scenario.
It really is.
Especially since, like I said, he's got such a great, powerful forehand.
One of the best.
He's just licking his chops on this one.
And Adam checking out the front of that tee pad where we just saw Austin slip. And Adam kind of has that Avery Jenkins, Paul McBeth kind of like little
Reach back, yeah.
wind up.
Mm-hmm. It looked like he left it a little wide left, and the tailwind just kind of pushed it down instead of trying to help it out to the right.
Just watch how slow his whole approach is. Everything's so slow.
Except that.
That last movement, it's pretty quick. Paul asking for it to sit, knowing it can curl into that OB.
There is an OB line
That's
down
pretty
there.
close right there.
Yeah, it looks like he's just outside circle 1, but probably guarded from the wind by the trees. And Kevin is developing a rather powerful forehand as we speak. Probably he's probably warming it up.
He's training right now. Yeah.
And it's paying off. That's inside circle 1 for birdie.
Really tough to do on this hole. That's a solid approach from Austin.
Yeah, this hole, according to UDisc stats yesterday, this hole was the 9th most difficult, right in the middle of the road, but averaging .07 over par.
And this is one of those putts that you have to decide pretty early on whether you're going to run it or you're laying it up. Oh no.
Brother. And that's...
Yeah, that's also worst case scenario. Putting for birdie. Now he's putting back from 40 feet for bogey.
Hamas had like the jalapeno of death putts right there.
Oh my gosh, goodness. Wow. That is nasty.
That's just what he does, though. I feel like every time I've seen him on camera, he makes that kind of critical error of airballing a death putt like that, but it really doesn't matter because he steps up and makes the more difficult comebacker.
That was certainly more difficult of a putt.
And I mean, I feel bad for Kevin right here because he made a great birdie on this hole. But
I ain't feeling bad for him.
Or Hamas. Well, I just feel bad that I'm talking over his great birdie, which is unfortunately something I do. But great birdie, Kev. Yeah, he's fine. He'll be fine. Hamas, though. Jeez. Sick putt.
Here we go. Here's Kevin's birdie. There we go, guys.
Back to that tailwind straddle push putt. Is that what you would call it?
Yeah. What do you call that? You know, he does get that nose down. It's beautiful what he's got. Kevin is just one of those players that is kind of, in my mind, changing the scene of disc golf. I mean, he's an athlete.
For real.
You know,
yes.
And we're starting to see more and more just like raw athletes come into our sport. And when Kevin throws, it reminds me of that.
Yes. And speaking of changes, hole 4 is one of the few holes on the course that changed from last year. Basket's a little bit shorter, still a par 3, 415 feet. Under some early limbs here, but then you're just punching it into the tree line.
He loves it. And he wants it in the hole. I love that we can hear their reactions after they throw.
Especially today with Kevin Jones and Austin
What
Hannum,
is going on with his shirt?
Oh, it's just...
Do you see that?
Yeah.
It's like...
It's just a on-camera shirt.
That was...
It just fools the camera every time. McBeth has some, like, sneaky, savvy fashion choices.
Yeah.
He's very fashionable.
He always looks good on the course.
And this guy looks good, too. He's switching it up and...
Yeah, he's going pants. You know, Katrina's kind of getting him out of that Oklahoma...
Right.
Yeah. She's dressing him, basically.
They were kind of matching. I mean, I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, the gray and white.
Yeah, Austin watched her shoot an amazing round. 10 down on the FPO layout. I think it was like 10-20 plus rated.
Spoiler alert.
Sorry. Yeah, you're right. That was round 2. But she shot well.
That looks great right there. That's flat to hyzer, skipping, and still just short of the circle, actually.
My point behind Austin's outfit was that Kat wore a very similar outfit color-wise. So maybe there's something to that. White and gray.
Austin just going for it down the hill. He's going to have a little tester comebacker. It's like Paul from 40 feet.
Dang, with the cool guy, Raz.
Wow. Looked good.
Dang. The cool guy with the V6 won this time. Yes. Wow. Feeling it.
No doubt. From outside the circle, gets that one up, stabs it.
Yeah. Anytime you can birdie a hole that's one of the harder holes on the course, that one being the 8th, this one being the 8th hardest, averaging just barely over par, it feels good. Anytime you can get that birdie. Oh, but you know what's better than birdie? is an eagle. And Robert Lockwood eagled this hole yesterday with a 1.
I believe we also refer to that as an ace.
Yeah.
Hole
and that was
1.
like a 50-foot ace right there from Hammond.
I wonder if he threw forehand. I know Mo's got a big forehand.
Yeah.
That would be nasty,
that
right?
Would be
over
very
the green.
nasty. Yeah, that'd be tough to do.
Let's just imagine that he did.
Okay. Hole 5. One of the 2,000 footers on the course.
Monster off the tee.
Yes, sir. Downhill. There's a strong crosswind, headwind. It's like
it switches.
Diagonal.
Yeah, it switches. It's like headwind when you start, and then right to left once you get out there.
Right, because it's like a slight dog leg, which I guess kind of translates into a pretty healthy curve.
Really, the key with this one is to get it low enough, and it's flipping over. He's asking it to flip, and it needs to get down now, because now you got that right to the left that's pushing it straight toward those trees and out of position. Looks like he's just on the edge of them, though.
KJ going with a D2.
This is so big, guys.
And that's just fully committed.
Turning over. Wow.
That was phenomenal.
That's monster. That might be the biggest one we've seen this tournament.
The most efficient for sure. You know, he didn't really have to put that up in the air too much. He didn't have to do anything crazy, but it got way down there.
Paul keeps this one low.
And that
was also a huge crush. That just goes to show you that's Paul McBeth, and he's 100 feet behind Kevin.
Right. But, and then I was going to say, that's also scary if Paul gets to throw after Kevin and gets to watch Kevin's lines and then kind of take notes and apply it to his own game.
So he's probably right on the edge of going for it or not. What do you think? Is he going for it from here?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's going to go low hyzer or high hyzer.
He gets this one high. It has to carry the green and the bunker. It looks like it's doing just that.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. And Kevin says it right. You're a freaking animal.
That was huge.
And he really is. That was all hyzer. Never really even got the full flight, and he's all the way down inside the circle even.
And that's the play with the crosswind strong on the right to left. You just put something up there with a lot of speed and a lot of spin, and the wind is just going to help you out. If you can just punch it over the green, no problem. All day.
No problem if you've got that 500 feet of power.
Yes, that's true. Which McBeth does, and then some.
Looks like Adam has to go high hyzer on this one.
A little bit steeper of an angle. And, maybe too steep.
Can't really tell. That fence is OB right there. Kevin's so far down the fairway. Oh, no. He's got this one a little too turned over. No one's been there.
Yeah.
No one has been
safe,
there.
isn't it?
Right, yeah, I was about to say.
You're questioning whether it's safe or not.
It's not OB, but
It's a dark place.
might as well be. That was I don't really think there was much of a run there, neither on this one. Smart. That green can get real tricky real fast. And yeah, Kevin found himself in a weird spot, but
Paul had just stuck that one inside 20 feet.
Nice right side catch there.
That's a huge 3.
Yeah, it is.
First one we've seen.
Yeah, because this is the hardest hole on the course, averaging 4.65. It's a par 4. And there were only 6 birdies on it yesterday.
It's nice up and down from Kevin. He was pretty deep in there. There's that right side catch. No problem. Paul taking a stroke on the card. Moving to 10 under for the tournament.
Hole 6. And this is from course designer Leonard Muise. He told me this was his favorite hole on the course. Really? Yeah.
It's something a tough
where
one.
Yeah, it's very tough. So, I mean, he was saying he liked how you had to throw a controlled shot, 2 controlled shots basically. Unlike other holes on a golf course hybrid style where it's just bomb. And yeah, anytime you can incorporate a sweet tunnel like this.
That's going out the gap.
Yeah, it's huge. It's
out the gap.
Yeah.
That's about as technical as it gets right there.
Yeah.
Because of how much wind you have coming down that tunnel.
And it's fairly tight, especially when every other tee shot on this course is not tight. So it's just kind of like a straight up curveball, knuckleball thrown in with a bunch of 4-seam fastballs.
It's a great analogy.
You're just expecting, everything else is just nice and straight, easy to read, but this is just, whoa, what do I do?
Kevin actually liked where his shot landed. He's going to be in a position for a big forehand. Oh, that needs to miss.
Stop doing this.
I feel like that had the shot shape that he had in mind and that he executed was good. Just slightly early release.
Yeah, it was flipping up and moving. Austin going to try and take this. Oh no, another low one. He just smiles that one off.
He was asking for it to cut way to the right so he could take that little hyzer gap.
Whoa, he's in a really weird position. Just trying to get this one out of the gap.
I think he did so. I don't think he really hit any trees.
Oh, that's a great placement shot from Adam.
And Kevin's still in the tunnel, but
this is a big shot.
Oh yeah,
from here. It's 425 feet plus to get to the pin, and he gets just outside of circle 1.
He's looking at it for birdie, and that's not exactly an easy birdie to get, especially during round 2. I mean, the wind was just ripping in our faces.
Yeah, it's straight headwind, and you have to hyzer into this pin, so no matter what, you have to get that nose exposed, and it's just going to slow your disc down and prevent you from getting down the fairway.
Yeah, check this. First hardest hole in hole 5, followed up by hole 6, the second hardest hole. Again, averaging over half a stroke over par.
So Paul is looking to go birdie on first and second most difficult hole. Wow, almost hits the pin. Virtual tap in for back-to-back birdies.
And that's what you get with a stellar drive on a par 4.
Yeah, I haven't seen anyone in practice and in play be that far at the mouth.
Yeah. Oakley was telling me that he went up the middle, got past the road, or to the road at least. Oh, strong.
That's probably a good KJ flag right there. That was headed. There's a
bunker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Innova, for sponsoring the event and for also putting flags on the top of these baskets.
Good par saves from Austin and Adam.
Yeah, really. They were in tricky spots, but those second shots, they made it count. Great
Paul
birdie.
gonna pick another one up on the card.
Yeah, and you can see that flag is just ripping. But Z Predator.
Is that what that is?
Z Predator.
Okay.
Yeah, that's headwind fighter.
Is it a 10 speed?
I would say, maybe 9, maybe 10.
It's like Discraft's Firebird.
Close to it.
You not throwing the Raptor? The Yuli Raptor?
I don't know, yeah. Probably, maybe not yet. But let's go back, or move forward to hole 7. Another par 4. Again, into just straight headwind.
Yeah, we saw Paul yesterday make a mistake on this one, flipping it over out of bounds right. So
see if he can correct it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that's all he's thinking. It's just put it in bounds.
get this one on a little bit more hyzer. And he still is just ripping it, though.
Yeah. But smart rip. Smart low rip to fight through the wind. And he does just that. There's a big tree like on the left side that in practice I was like, okay, if you get past this tree, especially when it's windy, you're doing things. And McBeth does just that.
And that wind just got on top of that.
Yes.
As soon as you get it on anhyzer like that, it's just going to either push it over or push it down.
Exactly.
Kevin sees that, and he's going to adjust accordingly. Keeps this one low. Ooh, maybe a little too low.
A little too low, yeah. Almost looked like he didn't really give that as much power as he should have. Or could have. Could have, for sure.
No. Come on out of that. Come on out of that.
Oh, that
no.
That kick at the end.
That had to
it was
push
trying
OB.
to fight back left.
This is another big forehand into the wind, and you can see it takes
there
his
it goes.
overstable
Dang it.
D1 and just pushes it wide left. No chance of coming back to the wind. Look at that reaction too.
Just gets a little skip, but doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's windy.
Yeah,
It's windy, folks.
And when you're off to the right like this, it makes the approach, you have to put even more hyzer on it, which is harder to get the distance that you need, unless you can just power it through the wind like that. Oh, no.
No way. That was
Oh, no.
Goodness gracious.
Man, from a tap-in to a 30-footer.
That's right. With those trees possibly in the way. Yeah, I mean, Hammis with the big forehand, and Austin looked like he might have gone out of bounds on his drive, but he puts himself in position. Oh, and there you go.
Wow.
McBeth
On the pole.
showing off his experience and wisdom. The pole is what you need to utilize in that situation to really take all the energy off your disc.
Oh, that was Austin's par save.
Yep. And here we go. Circle's edge for birdie.
After the roll away, let's see how he responds.
Wow, money. Low stabber.
He's got
right
a
in the heart.
great stroke, AJ.
He sure does. He can commit like no other to those putts. It's very impressive. Three cleanups, really. One of each. One bogey, par, birdie. Yeah, McBeth is feeling good. That's 3 in a row. On some pretty difficult holes, if you ask me.
Yeah. Taking 2 strokes on Austin, 1 on Kevin. He's moving to 12 under par for the tournament, 4 under for the round.
And here we go. Another doozy. Hole 8. Another par 4. How far is this one? 642 feet? Uphill into a headwind? Yikes. Oh, and there's a bow tie of OB in the middle. Or I guess it's a bow tie of inbounds.
Yeah.
Betwixt 2 rivers of OB. And then you got to shoot uphill over this green. That cart path on the right side is also out of bounds. Our players are just really, ideally, they're trying to go big hyzer, drop it. Birdie. And McBeth off to a good start. Big hyzer gets past the flag line that signifies the OB in the middle. Real nice.
And a lot of the field is choosing to lay up. These top few cards are kind of the cards that have that distance where they're not even considering layup as an option.
Yeah. And when you say layup, you're meaning in front of the first wall.
That's right. Kind of opting to play it for 4 rather than trying to land in that inbounds bow tie.
Which is smart. Smart, really. I mean, because you go out of bounds on the drive and par becomes a lot more difficult. It's looking big enough. Yep. Yeah, Kevin got that one up a little bit higher than you want in the headwind going uphill, but
still had plenty of power.
Punched through, yeah.
Wow, look at the wind.
Same with Hannum. Oh, man, that's huge. He almost got up to the black ink wall. That's a big shot. And so now they're going to have, hopefully, routine power hyzers up the hill to the elevated basket.
Yeah, it's still pretty big, and you have the green short, OB right.
That's nice.
Ooh, he leaves that one a little bit short. He's going to have circle's edge up the hill.
Yeah, right. And this green is a tricky one. It's very slanted. You're going, like you said, uphill and an elevated basket. So coming up short is kind of a double whammy. There we go,
Beautiful
Kev.
stroke right there.
Oh, wow.
Going forehand up this hill.
That must mean he got a big drive off. Needs to check. Not a bad spot to be for a birdie look. Oh,
that's
no.
wide.
Find a skip. Find 10 skips.
Come on.
Oh, it tried.
Oh, gosh.
It really did try. Dang it, though.
Another big mistake from Austin.
And he pushed that one out a little bit too far left.
Is this outside the circle?
Doesn't matter.
Sticks it.
Still in the bucket. Great birdie. That's
Fourth
four in a
one
row. Yeah. 4 in a row on a tough stretch.
What is this? This one's got to be is it the third hardest one if we've already seen 1 and 2?
Right? 6th.
What?
Oh!
6th? These players are just working this hole.
Another hole that averages above par.
Oh, that's a good stick
putt.
for the single bogey right there.
Yeah. And man, Hamas just, again, commits to his putt. That time just barely too much. Good putt.
That's a great three.
Good bird. Just got to be a little tighter on that upshot from the bow tie.
I like that. The
Unless you
fast
got
motion to slow motion right there.
Yes. Wow, man, he's doing things.
5 down through 8 holes.
And here we go, one of the signature holes on this Gleneagles course, hole 9, teeing off from up near the parking lot down to the golf course. Beautiful views in the background, 747 feet.
And again,
OB to the right, 2 meter rules in effect. And
only in California, right?
mostly in Cal, yeah.
But again,
Mostly
we're
in Cali.
747 foot par 4, and all 4 of these players are thinking
They know they can
Eagle
get there.
too.
Yeah. And this guy's done it before.
Wow, that's a lot of hyzer on that shot.
Unless it turns.
Way too much hyzer to really attack.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still 650 feet down the fairway, but
Yeah, he got to that left mini fairway, and so that should be an easy 3 for McBeth.
Kevin definitely visualizing this one getting flat, flipping over.
Seasoned D2.
Oh, it is. It needs to stay in the air.
Find the
Get some
hyzer
ground
angle.
play. Oh,
No.
no. It looked like it had enough hyzer to catch edge.
Yeah, enough hyzer and definitely enough juice. Hamas going force. It kind of looks like he's just playing for the easy bird, getting over to that left fairway over there. He does just that.
It's like Austin's throwing his signature force. Those beautiful swirly discraft forces.
Yeah.
He's also just playing it for the birdie 3.
Left fairway, somewhere around 200 feet for the approach. Yeah,
it's good work.
Easy peasy.
Wow. Wow. Jump putts from 120 feet.
Yeah, something crazy like that.
Paul also running it. Kevin as well. Okay. Maybe a little bit of a layup right there.
Nice putt.
Over and over again. No problem from 30 feet.
Man, and yeah, those two guys were really trying to join James Conrad in the Eagle Club on hole 9.
Yeah.
Good thing they convert on their comebackers. A par does not feel great on this hole, I tell you what.
I heard a rumor
Especially
about James that that he might have gone back to back, 9 and 10 yesterday.
He might be onto something.
What a stud though, going back to back. Oh, look
real.
At this rip from Mr. USA KJ.
Nice star frame, doing it.
That was a pretty awesome front 9 to watch.
It sure was. Yeah, McBeth puts on a show. 6 down. That's a good start.
Guys, like,
5 in a row. Dang.
Subscribe, and comment below. Parsave's really doing some great work out here in San Francisco. Thanks for joining AJ and myself.
Feel free to click on that back 9 video. We'll see you in just a minute. Take a break. Go to the bathroom, grab a drink. I don't know, some chips.
Heat up
whatever
a Hot Pocket.
Yeah. Yeah, heat up a Hot Pocket. Why not?